Hey everyone! Welcome to another episode of Coffee at the Matinee. We got myself, Dave, and Casey. I appreciate you facing away from the mic that time.
Hang on. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Today we're going to be talking about the horror sensation that is Brightburn.
I think I'm dying. Although it's being branded as superhero horror.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's actually really interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense from what I've seen in the trailers. Another movie I have not seen.
Nobody else is seeing it. It's fine. My theater was empty, which was glorious.
Damn. No babies?
No babies.
Breaking the trend.
You know, it's R-rated.
I mean, you can still bring a baby in there.
This is true. It was R-rated. That both had babies. Us had a baby in it.
Yeah, so the R rating does not stop the little babies from coming.
It's true. Gross, Dave.
Really. You probably can't even hear it on the audio. Anyway, so like a quick synopsis for everyone. Obviously spoilers.
Yeah.
But you probably won't see it.
So much spoilers. Because the basic idea is that it's the Superman story. Alien comes down to Earth, raised by humans, but instead of him being a refugee, he's actually like a sleeper cell sent to conquer Earth. Yeah.
Huh. That's bloody interesting.
Oh my goodness. I was not expecting how violent this movie was.
It's
Holy shit.
Let me just jump back on that Superman thing real quick. Is it kind of like a what if scenario? Like what if?
No, because in the Superman story, he's a refugee.
Okay.
And his entire upbringing is dependent on his upbringing by the Kents. In Brightburn, Brandon Breyer is raised by good people. They're a little afraid of him because he came from
He's an alien,
fucking outer space. So they're a little afraid of him at first, but they're still his parents. They still love him and raise him. And then he turns 12, and something triggers.
Could you say this is a potential puberty story?
It's absolutely a puberty story.
That's great.
Oh my god. So again in Superman, the parents save the ship, and when he turns 12, that ship kind of reactivates and starts sending out this message, and something in the little kid just starts triggering an awakening, and that's when he gets his powers.
Huh.
Not even a little bit, all at once.
Interesting.
And he's super okay with it.
Well, I mean...
No, he's very okay with just, I'm going to murder everybody.
I mean, that's good. He's obedient. He's a good kid.
Yeah, but therein lies one of my issues, is that if you're going to try and paint him as a troubled kid that gets superpowers, which it kind of tried to do, show us a little bit more bullying, because it just showed kids being dicks. Not so much outright bullying.
Yeah.
Yeah. And his parents were pretty good for the most part, up until, he started murdering people, and then they tried to take the situation into their own hands, and that did not end well.
It usually doesn't.
Right. Or if you're going to try and say, he's genetically programmed, and on his 12th birthday, he's going to become, activated. The sleeper cell activates, that sort of thing. They didn't really specify, so it kind of felt like they went with both. A, he is bullied, B, he is genetically destined to be a destroyer.
It kind of set up in a weird way where he kind of had a decision in his destiny. No?
I didn't feel like that.
Okay.
He just, I said, he accepted the fact that he had these powers and almost immediately went dark side.
So why even bothered with the troubled child then?
I don't know. Because it sells a little better. I don't think they knew how to sell this movie too well.
Okay. I mean, I guess it kind of...
Because their only real marketing chip was that it's being produced by James Gunn.
Oh, right. He did produce that.
Yeah, because I think his brother and cousin wrote it.
Yeah. Something like that.
But some, James Gunn acting regulars, like Elizabeth Banks and Michael Rooker show up.
Okay. I'll pretend I know names.
Michael Rooker was Yondu. Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, Mary Poppins.
Yes.
Okay.
Because he's been in just about every James Gunn movie for the last couple years. Ever. He was in Super, he was in Slither, both Guardians.
Rest in peace.
Spoilers.
It's been out for years.
Yeah. And Liz Banks was in Slither. She was Rita Repulsa in the Power Rangers reboot a few years ago.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What else? I don't know what else you would have known her from. Jan Silent Bob. No, not Jan Silent Bob. What was that? Oh, Zack and Miri Make a Porno. She was
yeah,
Miri.
I know that one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun movie.
Okay.
I like that movie.
I guess I'll have to go. I'll have to see this movie.
It's worth it. I think it's a lot of fun. It's ambitious.
I had a question, but I don't remember what it was, so I'll just go back to my script.
All right, fine. While you're thinking of that, I'll bring up a point. So, before we talked about Hellboy,
Yes.
we talked about the new Hellboy. The other day, I read an interview from David Harbour, who was the new Hellboy, about why, like a possibility as to why his movie failed. So, besides the fact that, again, overly ambitious on a limited budget, he mentioned something about Marvel's domination. Excuse me. Jesus Christ.
All right. Told you.
Drinking
You're
on
right,
an empty stomach.
you're right in the middle.
Yeah. So Marvel's domination is that he kind of likened it to chocolate. People want that specific chocolate. And sometimes other things are not as chocolatey or too chocolatey. And people don't want that. They only want that specific level of Marvel chocolatey. Ridiculous analogy for
But
superhero movies,
But I get it.
but it works.
I get it.
And this is too chocolatey. Just like his Hellboy.
I get it.
Yeah. So that's probably why it won't do as well as like your typical superhero movie. It's not going to do your DC or Marvel money. It's too chocolatey.
But it'll attract all the comic book fanboys.
I don't even know if it
somewhat.
would do that because it kind of there's really like no mention of comics.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Like what? It wasn't based on.
No, original IP.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to this horror superhero film.
Oh boy, I'm glad it was that branded as that because I didn't know what it wanted to be. It worked really well as a horror film. Too many jump scares, I will say.
Were they cheap?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the kid has like super speed, so they use that a lot.
Oh.
But it worked. Like they play with that a lot, where it's a lot of somebody turns around and the kid's there, and then super speed. He goes away. You can't see it. It's great. There's a quick shot where he's following somebody. They go into their bathroom. They look in. The mirror closes, and then they don't see the kid behind them because he's like Spider-Maning on the wall above their shower stall with that awesome mask.
Mm.
It was a fun little moment.
Interesting.
Yeah. I want to touch on that character design because it's just like his blanket that he was wrapped in as a baby.
Yeah.
So like Superman, his blanket that he was wrapped in, it becomes a suit. So it's just his blanket becomes a cape and cuts off part of it for that awful mask. Which I adore the design of that mask.
So this definitely from what you're describing, it seems very Superman inspired.
Oh yeah.
Like
it's the most.
easily.
It's like it's one of the most famous superhero stories.
Yeah.
It's the easiest one to kind of play with. Really.
It still. I guess I'm sorry.
Because how many like superheroes are born of lab experiments or because
True.
of like a dead relative?
Or just random chance off that dead relative thing,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, but it's just alien comes to Earth again. It's kind of almost very generic, but still, it leaves enough wiggle room for interpretation. Like, there's only so many ways you can have lab experiments happen. Only so many ways you can have somebody die. And then yeah.
Only so many ways you can get bitten by a spider.
Pretty sure there's just the one.
Multi-universe. Just saying.
Speaking of universes, again, this is probably one of my favorite parts, is it tries to set up a larger universe.
Interesting.
Because his wasn't the only ship that landed on Earth. Yeah.
Okay, so this kind of gives me like
There's
like a Hancock kind of vibe, almost.
Kind of.
Where there's gonna be maybe a
fun fact.
counterpart.
No. So, fun fact about Hancock, written by Vince Gilligan, creator of Breaking Bad.
Huh. A little throwback to a conversation we didn't record.
Yeah. But no, not so much counterpart, just like compatriots.
All right.
Yeah. So this is where Michael Rooker comes in. There's a mid-credits scene where he's like this Alex Jones type with a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And he cuts to like pictures of other kids. He's like, oh, there are all these other kids. This kid in Kansas isn't the only one. There's others out there. Yeah. Like, okay, I'll sign on for this.
That seems absolutely insane.
I'll watch more of this because this one kid alone was absolutely indestructible.
But
just slaughtered a whole town, basically.
Before we get into the gore aspect,
Oh, boy.
I kind of want to tackle the idea of there possibly being a counterpart. Do you think
what do you mean by counterpart? Like a foil?
Yeah, like a foil. Someone who is sent there to stop him.
So again, if he is like genetically predispositioned, he doesn't have a choice. If anybody else crash lands, they're not going to have a choice either. They're going to have this programming that tells them, and to quote the movie, to take the world.
But what if there was another planet that kind of knew about that?
We have enough heroes.
Yeah.
This succeeds where Venom failed. Because Venom kept touting, oh, the world has enough superheroes, but Venom just became another superhero.
True.
In Brightburn, he's a villain. He murders people.
But what if the superhero loses in the end?
Why does there have to be a superhero?
Because why not?
Why? Just have villains.
Because why not? Because there's always a hero.
Well, that's assuming that anybody can survive this invasion, this incursion.
Well, I'm saying like if it's a similar kind of insurgent,
right? But like
deal.
if they're smart and well equipped enough to invade other worlds like this, like the cuckoo method. Do you know the cuckoo? So the bird,
just explain
the cuckoo bird.
Yeah.
It lays its egg in other birds' nests.
Oh, yeah.
Forces them to raise the egg. They make this analogy, but with a species of wasp.
Okay.
Where the wasp can't quite procreate, so they just leave larvae for others to raise.
Yeah.
And that's exactly, it just foreshadows the whole thing.
Okay. Well, there is a number 2. A bright smolder.
Well, that's it. I'm done with this episode.
Now, speaking of slaughter.
Oh boy, are we going to talk about this now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go into the gore after my crappy joke.
So the one bit I was really only expecting like one gory bit.
Gory bit.
Yeah, it's in the trailer. It shows like this woman pulling glass out of her eye.
Yeah.
Which was pretty funny to say. It was pretty great.
Interesting.
Yeah. That is the baseline of violence for this. A woman pulling a shard of glass out of her eye, which is probably one of the coolest little sequences. So she has the glass out of her eye. This eye is just bleeding, so this side's just red. So while this woman's a waitress, and she's pissed off the Brightburn kid.
And that's probably how she got glass in her eye.
Right. So he's hiding on the left side where it's all red, because his suit is red.
Okay.
And that's just a great little thing, because it switches to first person a little bit here and there. So you're seeing through her eyes, so you're just seeing the red. And you can see the outline of the kid, but she can't. She can't,
yeah.
Because plot. But that was just a neat little thing, because he's not constantly in the red line of vision. He's there, and then he's gone. He's there, and then he's gone, because super speed.
Yeah.
So that was a neat little bit.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. That seems like
a lot of this was really cleverly done.
It's a shame it's not doing as well as it should be.
No, because Aladdin's out.
Well,
Disney, yeah.
Will Smith. Anyway. So I guess, what's your Casey score?
Oh, well, I thought we were going to talk more about the gore.
Oh, do you want to keep going?
I kind of want to talk more about the gore because it surprised it surprised the shit out of me how violent this movie got.
What's another one of your favorite sequences?
All of them. Just all of them were so well done.
All of them?
His mother's... So his uncle. Yeah, his uncle.
Mm-hmm. Most superheroes do.
Right. His uncle pisses him off. It's just like anybody that crosses this kid in the slightest, he just murders.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So the uncle pisses off the little kid, and uncle takes off driving. The little kid follows in pursuit, and he causes a car wreck. So the uncle's face meets the steering wheel, severing his jaw from his face. And it spares no detail. So
okay.
the uncle's trying to hold his jaw up and like convince the kid to not kill him. So, but like the kid's only reaction is to dip his finger in the blood and to make his little symbol, which is just 2 B's back to back, which is again just kind of cleverly done. It's just the simplicity of the thing. I love.
Bumble Boy.
No. that was a good bit. That was terrifically gruesome. I guess the next best one is when... So, after all this, the parents have kind of put it together that the kid's dangerous.
Yeah.
And the dad's like, hey, you know what I want to do? Just, to make him remember that he's good and he's our son. Let's just me and the boy go on a camping trip. Not suspicious at all.
No.
Yeah. So the dad just kind of has him scout ahead. Hey, look for tracks, buddy. Can you see some tracks? And he tries to fucking Lenny him like mice and men.
Wow.
Yeah. The kid's bulletproof.
Naturally.
Yeah. So the kid gets shot in the head. He just turns around, disappears because he's super speed, comes back with the suit on, and then uses his laser vision to blow a hole through his dad's face.
Holy shit.
Amazing.
That is top notch right there.
It was so good. Like, every bit of gore and violence just surprised me because I just wasn't expecting it. Yeah. There's a bit in the trailer where it shows the mom kind of trying to tell the cop to stay away, and then it just disappears. The aftermath of that, the guy is reduced to just like pasta sauce.
Wow.
Because the kid just slams into him, and there's just a craterous impact, and just pasta sauce.
No noodles, just pasta.
Just pasta.
Sauce.
Just the sauce.
Just the sauce.
But yeah, I don't like kid actors, but the main kid was great.
I feel like we have been very lucky recently with child actors.
No, we haven't. Oh my god, no.
I feel like we have. I feel like the Stranger Things crew was pretty decent.
I don't like... Okay.
They were okay.
Hot take. I don't like Stranger Things.
Fair enough.
I watch it. I get very little from it. I like what they're trying to do.
Mm.
But their stories are bad. I don't like their characters. And season 2 was a huge waste of time.
I didn't even watch it, so
I was like, I kept waiting for something to happen.
Yeah.
Nothing ever really happened. Like, they killed a cat, and I wasn't happy about that. I don't think those kids are great. The kids from the It reboot are okay. Yeah, because that's one of the kids from Stranger Things.
Yeah, one of the better ones, in my opinion.
I guess they're okay.
11 is also going to be in.
She's in Godzilla.
I don't
expect anything from her.
I'm interested.
I don't care about the people in Godzilla.
No, it's all about Godzilla.
Who the hell watches Godzilla for the people?
I'll be honest. I went for Bryan Cranston the first time.
And then he dies in the first 5 minutes.
So pissed off.
I need to rewatch some of the best of before I go see the new one.
I'm really excited for this new one. I've never been excited for a Godzilla movie before.
I can change that.
Well, I mean, it's already been changed. I'm excited. So
I can show you better ones. I have not seen this one, but I guarantee you I can show you better ones.
Well, maybe I'll watch them and we'll talk about them over coffee another time.
Yeah, I'm gonna give them to you so you can take them home and watch them.
All right. I'll probably end up doing that tonight.
But real quick, back on child actors. Oh shit! Now his name's escaping me. Sonny Suljic, I think is how you pronounce it.
I'll take your word for it.
He plays Boy in God of War.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
he's good.
Yeah, he's great.
He's quite good. He's also in Killing of a Sacred Deer. He plays the son in that.
Interesting.
He's quite good. He's not bad. I
And if you haven't seen that one, check it out. It's
yeah.
out.
Miss and I talk about that, and she just yells at me because I have bad opinions.
You mean just opinions?
Yeah. But yeah, Brightburn. I honestly would like to see it again.
So what's your Casey score on it?
6 out of 10.
6 out of 10?
It's great, but the things that it messes up on, but the things it does well, it does great.
So it's balanced, like all things should be.
Pretty much. It is pretty balanced, yeah. Score isn't great. Some of the characters are a little meh. Effects are pretty fine. Because it's not a Marvel movie, so you're not going to get Marvel level graphics. But they're pretty adequate. I didn't mind any of it. Story was good. It was predictable, but it was good. Not like Detective Pikachu.
Yeah.
Which was just predictable and mind-numbing.
You were supposed to focus on...
Right, but that's like littered with bad acting.
Yeah.
The acting in Brightburn's pretty good, especially from the kid. And especially because the whole movie hinges on him.
Yeah.
So he couldn't have been bad. He shouldn't have been bad. I guess I shouldn't qualify.
So 6 out of 10.
It's a good 6 out of 10, yeah. It's sixes aren't bad. Sixes aren't bad.
Yeah, that's on the higher end of 6.
Like, you don't...
It's a good 6.
So, I guess maybe, for my scale, 4s and 5s are when stuff is bad. Yes, I'll give stuff... I'll give movies like a 1 through 3, but that's usually it's a so bad it's good. Like Aquaman. Yeah. Aquaman was a 2 out of 3 because it was just pure garbage, but it was exceptional garbage because I was entertained throughout that 2 hours and 30 minutes or so.
It was garbage with some Febreze.
Yeah, pretty much. But in like the terms of some of the Marvel movies, like Black Panther, like Doctor Strange, like Endgame, 5 out of 10. Because it refused to do anything exceptional or special, and I was bored. Don't bore me.
You heard it here. You heard it here first, folks. Oh my God!
Dave had a stroke.
Just a little bit.
He smells burnt toast, y'all.
Well done, toast. But that's the Casey scale right there. Everyone, just write that down. Remember that.
Nothing gets a 10.
Anyway, so 6 out of 10.
Yeah. Follow us on all the things. We're on Twitter sometimes. We're on Instagram sometimes. We're on Facebook sometimes.
I mean, if you follow us on Twitter, I'm sorry. It's pretty quiet.
Less than sometimes. Well, it's tough. It's just it's a small operation.
Yeah, me. I'm the operation on the social media. If somebody responds to you through Struggle City, it's me. Or someone through me.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But listen to us on CastBox. You'll find us on Anchor. You'll find us on Spotify. You'll find us on YouTube, where this is going to be.
Yeah, if you like animations, that's where.
Cheap dollar store animations.
Yeah. I spend way too much time doing.
Yeah, Microsoft Paint.
I wish. Anyway, like, subscribe, follow.
Oh, well, I'm on Letterboxd if you want to tell me how my opinions suck.
Yeah, tell him how he sucks.
Yeah, please do. I enjoy a good laugh.
Share this if you want or not. That's fine.